I'm going to miss training camp stats. What are we going to do without them? I think it was a B plus in terms of being positive. I think Aaron Glenn brought a certain energy and pride in the Jets that I think everyone wanted to see from the front man of the org. I think they avoided, knock on wood, any catastrophic injuries. They had a couple minor ones. We had the field scare. Simpson's been banged up a little bit. Quinnen's been banged up, but all those dudes seem fine and on track to play week 1, right? There hasn't really been a catastrophic injury to a key starter, knock on wood. I think the defense has started to really round into form, especially now with the recent additions. I think offensively, it's not surprising they were up and down. We talked about this in our training camp preview that Fields was likely going to have some days that didn't reflect well just because he's a runner, and they're not going to show the whole running package in the preseason and in open practices. I do wish the Jets played a little more offensive starters in the preseason. They're not going to play against the Eagles, it sounds like. I think they should have played more against the Giants, bluntly. We'll see if that has an impact or not, and maybe they have a plan for these extra 2 weeks going into week 1 where it's not going to matter at all. I think rookie-wise, I feel really good about what I've heard and seen from Membu and Mason Taylor. I think Membu's being nitpicked way too much because of a few reps against the Giants. I think he's going to be just fine. I think you're happy Olu Fashanu has had an excellent camp. Will McDonald has had a good camp. Jermaine seems ahead on his recovery. Sauce has had a good camp. Garrett Wilson's had a good camp. Braylon Allen's had a really good camp. The offensive line, it's interesting to see what happens with Tittman and Myers. I still think Tittman starts, and I think the Jets are now just better prepared if Simpson does actually miss any time, but let's see. So I think it was good. I think it was a good camp. I wouldn't say it was elite, but who's to say what defines an elite or a terrible camp? I'm ready for real football. I think the Eagles game tonight is Adrian Martinez, Brady Cook hours. There's a couple minor roster spots that are going to be battled over at the back of the receiver depth chart, but you always got to remember that first 53 is going to change, right? There's going to be guys on short-term IR. The Jets are going to work the waiver wires. They're going to make veteran acquisitions. So, I think that top 2 deep is just about set in most places. So there's only so many moving parts left, and it's like, let's get to the Steelers game, man, and let's see what the plan is. I'm fascinated to see how this coaching staff comes out as underdogs at home week 1 against a team with a more proven coach and a more proven quarterback. I think we're going to have a lot of time to talk about the matchup, but I continue to think it's kind of friendly for the Jets, and this is going to be a really low-scoring, close game.